Hey guys, it's here bringing you another video. Now welcome to my Season 9 League of Legends summary. So this is going to be one of two things. One, it's going to be a personal summary of what did I feel of my own climb? What did I do good? What did I do bad? What am I looking to do differently in Season 10? And furthermore, also talk about the season in general. Do I think overall was Season 9 good or bad? I imagine most of you probably know what my answer is to that, and it's how all of you guys feel too. But I generally do these all every single year. Now there is also a chance that we do another version of this video in a few weeks. That basically sometimes, and it's always a bit weird if Riot does it or not. Riot sometimes releases their own website summary for you of your own season, your kind of highlights throughout the year. If they do that in the next couple of weeks, we will make a video of that as well. But this is going to be slightly different of, talking about the season as a whole and all that good stuff. So let's begin first with my personal take on the season, my own climb and everything like that. So am I overall happy with how I did in Season 9? And the answer to that is yes. Overall, I'm happy. Does that mean I'm disappointed, not disappointed with some things? Of course not. I am disappointed with some things, namely my finishing rank. But that is obviously because of a couple of reasons, which we'll talk about in a minute or two. But overall, I am kind of happy because Season 9 is the highest rating season I've ever been in my own rank. So if I actually go, I'm using two websites right now. You guys probably know what they are, but tier graph, go to monthly. So there you go. So for 2 months we were master. We peaked at 43 LP in master. But as you can see here, so the first month, obviously, where's January? So this is season start pretty much. So it took me, a month, whatever, from the season starting. Diamond 2, Diamond 2, Diamond 2. 3 months in Diamond 2, then we got to Diamond 1, then it took me a month from Diamond 1 to get to Master, then we were Master for 2 months, and then Diamond 1 after we got demoted, and then we have just stayed basically Diamond 2 for the remaining of the year. So on average, this year we've been Diamond 2 for 8 months, 6 months, so for 6 months we've been Diamond 2, 2 months we were Diamond 1, and then 2 months we were Master. So it's not bad overall. The start of the season, I am actually happy with that, and I'll talk about that in a second. It's just here that I'm a bit disappointed with. If this was Diamond 1, not Diamond 2, I'd be much happier. But as you guys know, and have even seen, I stopped making content on the main channel. I could have continued playing on the main account, but my drive of the main account went away in, I'd say, two main points. It went away. In the end of season, it went away because of the quality of the games. I was getting very frustrated, and actually, if I'm honest with myself, I was getting down. Actually feeling sad after playing on the main account because I was being let down by the quality of what I was expecting. So when I was in Diamond 1, you can see here my current rank right now, my finishing rank, if you will, of Season 9. I'm recording this video the day of the season's ending. You'll be watching this the day after the season's ended. I'm the top 0.5, 0.6% on EU West. So obviously less than 1% of the game on EU West. And again, EU West is known as a pretty good server, as most of you are aware. So percentage-wise, I'm happy. But when I was in the top, Diamond 1 is roughly the top 0.2, 0.3%. When I'm in the top 0.2, 0.3% of EU West, I have a certain expectation of how people are doing. And when you have teammates going 0 and 10, 1 and 7, 1 and 8, 2 and 9 every game, it was like, this is just getting depressing. So I just stopped playing on the main account. For honestly my own well-being, I stopped playing on the main account, which hopefully next year it will be slightly different. The other point in the year that my kind of drive to play the main account went away was actually around here. So while I was in Master, my drive to play on the main account faded. Now, it was weird because I was in Master, I'm in the highest rating I've ever been. Why did I now no longer really want to play on the main account, or I just didn't really care about the main account? The answer was I achieved my main goal. So we all set ourselves goals in life in general, and when you reach a goal, two things happen. One, you're satisfied and you're like, I did it. Secondly, you make a new goal. Those are the two things that can happen mainly. Normally when I achieve a goal, I will set another goal, but this goal of getting Master was a 3-year goal. You know, I never hit Master before, try to get Master. After 3 years, I got it. I just didn't have it in me to create a new goal. The drive of trying to get Grandmaster wasn't there for a couple reasons. First reason, Grandmaster at the time, I don't actually know what Grandmaster LP is now, but it was like I needed 300 LP in Master to get to Grandmaster, and I was like, that's a lot of LP to the next rank. Secondly, I don't play that much. Weirdly, I know, like, you know, it's my job and everything, but I don't play that much League. I'm not interested to play 10 games a day. But when you're in this rating of Master, Grandmaster, Challenger, when you're in that bracket, you're all kind of put in the games together. You have to play so much League to maintain that rank, or to not even maintain, to climb. So to go from Master to Grandmaster, you have to play so much. I just wasn't interested in that. Like, my end of season games, we have, what, 500 or something? Just over 500 games. For a high-ish diamond player, that is so little games on your main account, like, compared to the average high diamond player. I just didn't have it in me to be like, right, I need to push really crazy to try and get Grandmaster. So I just kind of faded. And, you know, I didn't mind getting demoted back down to Diamond 1. It was just a shame that we went all the way down to Diamond 2. But yeah, overall, I'm happy with it. The reason why I'm happy, and what some people may say, is Season 9 has been known as a crazy Fiesta season for a couple reasons. A big one is it's notorious that it was easier to climb this season at a certain stage than any other. So it's like, is my Master this year legitimate? Like, obviously, technically, yes, you can see it right there. It says M1 Master, but like, do I rate it as Master? The answer to that is basically yes, because this is the bracket. So this is when the season started, get to Diamond 2. This here, well, really this here, this is when the MMR and everything of League was broken. Like, really broken. That this was the first 2-3 months of the season is when you could have a negative win rate and still climb. This is when people that were Gold 1 in Season 8 were getting Master with negative win rates. If they just played 500 games in the first month of the season, they got there, right? I didn't do that. So all of my climb to Master was after they fixed the MMR, and they actually made the MMR really hard in Diamond, that you hardly won any LP. If you remember, everybody in Diamond got booted down a division. So I was like nearly Diamond 1, I remember, and then I got booted down to Diamond 3, then nearly in Diamond 2. So that my Master climb was all after that. So after they made the MMR difficult, after I got booted down to Diamond 3 and I was in Diamond 2 at the time, it was all after that. So I do actually rate my climb to Master as legitimate this season because of that fact. I did it after all the broken stuff. Obviously as well, I did it completely solo. This season, we might have had roughly 10 games of duo, none of which obviously helped me get Master at all. But I am, by the way, next season looking to do more duo, and I might mention that at the end of this video, why. But overall, my own climb, I'm relatively happy with it. Obviously, there's things that could be better. Next year, you know, what is my goal if I had to say it straight away? It's definitely get Master again. Do I ever think I'm going to be a Grandmaster player? Again, the answer is no. I've got no intention, or I think I've basically come to the conclusion I've got no intention of trying to ever push for Grandmaster, at least on EU West, because you have to play so much League to do that. But I do want to try and get Master. My goal for next year is, you know, when you're looking at this, and this is a whole year season of League of Legends. So we have 2 months of Master. My goal for next year is to have 5 M1s in this instead of 2. So that's the goal. That's what I'm planning. You know, if I could finish in Master next year, Season 10, that would be awesome. Obviously, you don't really get anything for finishing in divisions anymore unless you're Challenger and you get the Challenger jacket. But it'll be just nice, you know, up here you can see clearly there's a pattern emerging of Diamond every year. That this is your end of rank, you know, every year. It'd be nice if that, you know, next year is, you know, that would be Season 9 Diamond. It would be nice if it goes Season 10 Master. So that's kind of the goal of next year. But overall, I'm happy. Definitely their things could be better, and that's what we'll get into next. So, champion-wise, my most played champion this season, that's last year, is Jace. Overall, how many, it says down here how many, so I don't have to work it out. Why is it showing, for some reason this is bugged, it's showing Season 8 things. That's a bit weird. So I guess we'll have to kind of work it out ourselves. So 23 plus 15, so that's 38 games? I don't even know if that's correct, roughly. So yeah, less than 40 games at least is my most played champion this year. Then Urgot, then Nico, Vel'Koz, Darius, Vladimir, etc. Most played champs we have is 81. So again, my own advice, from 70 to 81. I have to question why are some of these things here. I've always said it, when I do my profile reviews, I say that, and it's an easy thing to fix. My only defense to it is, myself, these games shouldn't be here, but I am a YouTuber, and my channel is known for diversity. If you're trying to climb, and you're not a YouTuber or anything, you should just kind of narrow your pool. So that's my defense to it. It's still not good. Like, some of the performances are okay here or there. Some of them obviously not that good. So, yeah, but I also partially think this might be bugged at the moment because I don't know. It just seems a bit off. Next year, I will say I think the champion pool is going to be slightly different. I'm going to see in preseason how much the dragon meta is affecting the game. I definitely think I'm going to be playing more jungle next year, regardless of if the dragons are big or not. The reason why I'm getting frustrated in games, when I'm mid or top especially, that my impact level is relatively low. No matter what I'm doing, I can win lane, I can crush top lane as Darius, and it's like, well, I still can't do that much. So if I'm playing jungle, it means I can affect the map directly, and I can take the dragons, I can gank bot lane, I can gank mid. So jungle, I think, is just 100% the best role to play if you want to climb in solo queue, like by far. Obviously, it's arguably the most risky role to play because you can impact all the roles, and that means you can impact them positively or negatively. So hopefully we'll impact them positively. But if you are somebody that used to watch me back here when Lee Sin for me reigns supreme, you guys might be hyped because that is likely going to return quite a bit. So look out for that in preseason, especially with the Smurf series. Definitely going to be trying out the jungle and learning that more. And as for the role breakdown this year. So my role breakdown, very close at the end between top and mid. So 250 top lane games, 246, 252, 246 mid. Both with slightly a positive win rate. Jungle, obviously negative win rate, but that, what I would say is when you're not playing jungle that much and you're just very occasionally playing it, that's not surprising to have a negative win rate because jungle is that role that you really need to know a lot about, the jungle pathing and everything. And when you're playing in Diamond 2, Diamond 1, and if you don't get your jungle clear right, you're going to get so far behind, and that's probably what happened there. AD carry neutral on the main account and support with a really good win rate, which that doesn't surprise me. I think I am a good support, I just get bored of it too quick. So yeah, next year, obviously, these are pretty much even this year. I would wager this is probably going to calm down top lane. I'll probably still play it a bit here or there, but I reckon that's going to calm down. Mid lane will most likely stay as my mainish role, but I reckon jungle will become the second role. So it'll most likely be mid, jungle, then top, then AD. There also, by the way, is a very small chance that I actually pick up AD carry a lot more too. If, again, the jungle meta is massive and that makes the difference. Whichever bot lane is winning gets the dragons and that means you're going to win the game. Yeah, because I have trust issues with my solo queue teammates, I might just start playing bot lane more. So that's the personal stuff when it comes to Season 9. Overall, I'm happy. We also, by the way, if you guys saw earlier, we end up in Platinum in Flex Queue. Obviously, doesn't really mean anything, but yeah, overall, I'm happy. Could have been better. Would love to finish the season higher rated. If I wasn't getting as demoralized playing at the end of the season, I definitely would have kept playing the main account. But also, before we talk about the season as a whole, very quickly about the climb next year, like I mentioned, I am planning on doing some more duo queue next year. Now, that does not mean like a lot of duo queue. I doubt even 10% of the games will be duo queue in total, but I am going to be like more lenient on myself, more chill with myself if I'm going through let's say like right now, the last couple of weeks, my main account is feeling really rough. I feel a bit down playing on the main account. What would have helped? Playing with a friend, having that banter in solo queue, bouncing off somebody else, joking while we're playing. That would definitely help my mood, and I'm sure most of you agree that probably is something that helps you as well. That's probably a big reason why people duo, is just to have that kind of fun aspect, not the really serious solo queue stuff. So I am going to be looking to duo more. So yeah, hopefully you guys won't mind that. From what I've uploaded recently about with the duo stuff, we've done a couple episodes. It does seem that a lot of you do like it, but also I think fall into the part that you wouldn't want it all the time, which that's perfect. So on the main account, we will be doing a bit of duo, but not all the time. And you know, I'm that type of player that, you know, if I'm in a really important promo, it's weird. That is probably when I would actually not duo. Let's say if I'm in Diamond 1, I'm in promo back to Master, I purposely probably would say no to duoing in that promo, where most people, that's when they would duo. The reason for it, I don't know why, but in the back of my mind, even though I always have felt like I've always deserved the rank that I get, I would hate to be ever said, oh, you only got that rank because you duoed the promo or something. So if you do it yourself, there's no one can say that, right? So I don't know. It's just that kind of defense to the toxicity, I guess. Because I've always done stuff solo. So no one has ever been able to say you don't deserve it unless they're just an idiot. So overall, as I mentioned, overall happy with my own climb. It's the highest rating we've ever been, 43 LP in Master, after all the crazy MMR stuff. So it was legitimate. Just disappointed with the end though, but hopefully next season will be better. Furthermore, well, actually, we'll talk about that in a second. So now let's get on to the actual season. So I don't have any kind of crazy footage here, so I don't know what I'm going to do. If I'm just going to put LOL footage on the background now, or you're just going to have my camera. Like what I'll do, very professional, I'll make the camera bigger in the middle of the screen, just in case I have no spare footage. So, hello. So yeah, either you'll have footage and me in the camera bit, or you just have me on screen right now. So, Season 9, what do I think of it overall? I think it was a pretty bad season, and I'm not the only one. I'm sure most of you, either yourself think it was a bad season, or a content creator you watch thinks it was a bad season. You know, whenever I know I don't watch a lot of content, but whenever I'm on Twitter, I'll see, you know, mutual content creators just tweet stuff like, I hate Season 9, or Season 9 sucks. Like, Red Mercy is one of those people that does that. And obviously he's quite a big YouTuber. So I don't think a lot of people think Season 9 has been good. Furthermore, I can say I know Riot doesn't think it's been a great season either, by two accounts. One, I've had my own conversation with Rioters. I'm not going to name names or anything, but they know it was a pretty bad season. And furthermore, someone who, you know, they messaged me the other day saying that they were at some American, I think, collegiate event. There was rioters there. They went up to speak to the rioters and say, you know, hey, Season 9 was pretty bad. Like, do you guys know it was bad? Like, you know, or did you think it was good? And apparently the rioters there were like, no, yeah, we know it was bad. But Season 10 will be better. So why do I think it was bad? Like, you know, why would Riot allow it to continue to be bad? I mentioned this, I think, in maybe even the video earlier today in the Flex game. But I think it's more, what do you put your resources in the state that you feel it might be unrecoverable, or it would be a lot of work to recover the season. I feel Riot just kind of let this season be bad after a while. Like, it started bad because of all the bugs and the MMR being broken, and for some reason they didn't fix it. And after 3-4 months, I actually think they kind of like, right, we either could put a lot of work and fix this, but potentially make people angry, because they, you know, the only way they could have really fixed this season is that basically do a mini reset within the season. That like, oh, all the people that climbed these negative win rates, we have to demote all of them, which that would have been good for the game. But for those people, I imagine a lot of those people would have quit. You know, they would have been really angry. You know, they shouldn't be angry, but they probably would have been. So, right, I think we're just like, right, we're not going to do that. We're just going to let Season 9 play out, and we'll just focus on making Season 10 better. That's what I think happened. Now, I do... Again, it is confusing to me how it got mucked up so bad. You know, the start of the season... the MMR thing, man. Like, again, negative... I saw I have video evidence on the channel of people having, like, a 40% win rate or something like that. They were platinum in the previous season, and they were in Master at the beginning of the season, in, you know, above Diamond, and they were in platinum the previous season, and they had a negative overall win rate. And it's like, how did Riot think that was okay? And yeah, sure, maybe they didn't think that was okay, but how did they let that continue for at least a month? Like, it was at least a month that was going on. And I really do think that hurt the whole season. the whole season. And by the way, in like most ratings, every rating had that kind of issue. Obviously, it got a little bit worse the higher rating you go, because you have a high expectation on players, and them players didn't meet the expectations of the general play. But I really do think that beginning month or two just hurt the whole season. So I actually wouldn't have been against at all them doing a partial reset. You know, hey, we mucked up. We're really sorry. Here's some compensation riot points for everybody. But we're resetting everybody's MMR. Everybody, you do your placements again and start climbing again. I would have been completely fine with that. Yeah, I would have been annoyed because, like, I deserve to be in Diamond. I've been a Diamond player for years. Not the guy that got there on a 40% win rate. But I would have been overall okay with it, because at least it would have fixed maybe the problems. So that is one thing that I think hurt the season a lot. The second thing is only something that I can really speak about EU West in particular. So I don't know if the other regions was experiencing it or whatever. But again, we've spoken about it a lot. What I'm about to say isn't supposed to be BMing a whole region or anything like that. But this year, Season 9, the amount of problems when it came to transfer players was so apparent. And if you are somebody that has transferred this season, or you're from a different server, please do not take this like as an offense on you personally. Again, I've had conversations with people that transferred, and they themselves blame Riot. You know, it's not a Diamond 1 Turkey player's fault that they transferred to EU West and they're put in Diamond 1 on EU West, when they probably would be maybe low Diamond. You know, if you wanted to put equivalents on it, Diamond 1 on Turkey is probably about Diamond 4, Platinum 1 roughly on EU West. But the system, for some reason, was like, oh, you're Diamond 1 on Turkey, we'll put you on Diamond 1 on EU West. Really weird. It's not the Turkey player's fault, technically. It's Riot's fault for letting that happen. But I don't know what happened this year, whether it was a system change or what, because I never remember it being that way. Like, you know, you'd occasionally have like someone summon a name when I'm doing a Smurf series, like I'm from Turkey, or a Turkish name. It's like, okay, they transferred over. You'd look at their profile and you'd be able to find out, oh, they were master on Turkey and we're in low Diamond at the moment. Okay, there you go. But it was so apparent like how many transfers were just happening this year. So I don't know if Riot announced they were changing it, how it works, or it was just a bug. But yeah, it was a really, really big issue of game integrity went way down, because a lot of people, and again, not just exclusively Turkey players, there were people that were EU West players. They heard about this kind of, you know, problem. They were, let's say, from England or whatever. They were from England. They made an account on Turkey, and let's say this player was a Platinum 2 player on EU West. They transferred to Turkey, or they made an account on Turkey. They then ranked up on Turkey to High Diamond or Master. Then they transferred back to EU West, skipping a lot of rating. And it wasn't good. Like, it was happening a lot. And, you know, these players, you'd see they had negative win rates since transferring. They were feeding in nearly every single game. And it was like, what is going on? So hopefully, again, that is something that they've got more under control. I do already believe they've got it under control. Obviously, yes, some of the damage has already been done. I think they kind of made it, they turned on like a placement type system that, you know, you do one game after you transfer and then it ranks you. And I do now think transfer players are ranked much lower than originally they were. But that created a lot of issues as well with this season. So I think it was kind of like a double whammy, especially here on EU West. You had the early MMR stuff that a lot of people who didn't deserve to be mid to high Diamond were there. And then also the transfer situation that those players didn't deserve to be high Diamond. And I, by the way, know this sounds very negative, but I'm giving my thoughts on the season. And again, it's been a pretty poop ranked season. So yeah, like, if we flip the coin, has there been any positives of Season 9 for an actual ranked season? I'd actually say no, like, not really. I'm hoping Season 10 will be a lot better. You know, the only hope that I've got, and what I will say and what I predict, is Season 6 was notoriously the worst ranked season ever. If you are somebody, anyway, if you're somebody that takes ranked seriously, Season 6 was known as the worst season ever because of dynamic queue. The whole rank queue was dynamic, like flex queue, that was it. Nobody asked for it. It was a casual queue. It was hated by most players, especially high rating players. I would definitely put Season 9 at least equal on how bad it was to Season 6, but Season 7 wasn't bad. Season 7 was pretty good, and Season 8 was pretty good. So what I'm hoping is Season 10 will be good because Season 9 was bad. And there is, by the way, a pattern emerging of when we have a terrible ranked season, is when Riot tries to do something that the player base doesn't ask for. So nobody asked for Dynamic Queue in Season 6 to be the main ranked queue. It was a terrible season. Nobody asked for role ranked. And, I will make the point clear that role ranked didn't make it here to EU West. It made it to North America and it made it to Korea. But what did make it here to EU West was the new MMR, like the background workings to that system made it here. That, how people get in games. The MMR system basically got updated in preparation for role ranked. That made it to EU West, like in every server. And that's what mucked up. And no one asked for role rank. So if role rank didn't happen, the MMR thing wouldn't have been broken, basically. So again, another system change that nobody asked for. So I think Riot needs to really stop doing things that nobody's asking for. Like, talk to the player base, which, by the way, Riot has got better at doing. Talk to the player base and be like, yo, what do you guys want? We'll listen, we'll do that. And whatever the majority wants or whatever the high rating players want, which again, I know some people might go, that's not good. But again, League is a top-down game. You listen to your challenger players first, then your grandmasters, then your masters, then your diamonds, and you work your way down. That's how you make a ranked queue healthy. Do that. If you want to change anything, do that. And yeah, like, don't play to the average high rating player. Don't change a whole queue for one tricks, which again, that's not a negative one tricks. It's just one tricking is a very niche thing. Play to the average high rating player. Build a queue to the average high rating player, and the average high rating player is somebody that plays a couple roles, few champions per role, not one role, blah blah blah. So hopefully there won't be any crazy system changes. It doesn't look like there is in Season 10, which is good. We've got obviously map changes, which I don't think any of them are a negative, maybe apart from the Elder Dragon. But again, that's what pre-season is for. And remember, pre-season is when you preach about these changes. Again, that's another pattern, Season 6 and Season 9, the changes that what Riot wanted to implement, from my memory, they never made it to pre-season. They just implemented it when the season went live. They never tested if it would go well or not. From my memory, at least, that's how it was. So with these changes, the map changes, the dragons, the Elder Dragon, if you don't like something, tell Riot about it. Make posts. DM the design, or not DM, tweet the designers. Trust me, that's what they're there for. That's why they're on social media. That's what Reddit's for. That's what the League of Legends boards are for. And I'm sure I'll make videos about it as well. So that's how you get change done. But at least none of them are massive system changes. Because overall, I don't think the actual system of League of Legends needs to change. Solo queue, duo queue. Again, my only thing, and this is where a lot of people would disagree with me, even though earlier what I said in this video, like, oh, I'm going to duo queue more. And again, I'm duo queuing more next season because I want to chill a bit more. Really, what would help League of Legends, if they got rid of duo queue. I personally think if it was a pure solo ladder, then there is no argument if someone deserves their rating, because they have to purely get there themselves. Obviously, if there's no boosting involved or people playing on other accounts. No cheating involved. If there was no duo queue, everybody is 100% at their rating because everybody had to do it themselves. That would potentially help, and the integrity of the ladder, but that's very hardcore, and I don't think even Riot need to do that. Like, I think duo queue is okay. Yes, I do think some people abuse it a bit too much. Like, if you're 100% duo queuing or something on your main accounts, I think that's a bit iffy, but whatever. I am planning, by the way, next year potentially of doing 100% duo Smurf series, but I would never 100% on my main account because I would feel like I don't deserve the rank. But yeah, that is overall my Season 9 League discussion. Overall, not a good season. What I would love to know as well is what did you guys think of it? Did anybody find it good? I would wager people that found it okay or fine are people that maybe aren't hardcore rank players. I doubt there's a hardcore rank player that enjoyed Season 9. I think that would be very rare. Maybe the only people that enjoyed it are the people that abused the early MMR, maybe as well. They were a gold player. They made it up to diamond in the early months of the season because the MMR, and they just stayed in diamond. Maybe that guy enjoyed this season, obviously. But I don't know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed though. Let me know your thoughts about Season 9 in the comments section below. I'll be reading every single comment. And what I will say, if you made it to the end of the video, as a little reward for that, I will be giving away to a really good answer, because again, I'm going to be reading all the comments. To a good answer, I will give away a upcoming, I haven't got the codes yet, so remember it might be a couple weeks from now, a League Partner Akali bundle. So the True Damage Band Akali. We've got a League Partner bundle coming for her, so leave a good answer, and I'll read through all of them, and someone that leaves a good answer for, again, EU servers, EU West or EU Northeast or North America, you can win yourself a bundle if you leave a good answer. So anyway, enjoy the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you'll be enjoying upcoming content. Tomorrow we'll be starting a new Smurf series on the new map, obviously, with all the changes, and we will obviously be prioritizing jungle quite heavily to make sure that we can learn and pick up the role again. We'll obviously be playing mid and jungle mainly as the two roles. But that's going to be it. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time.